Everybody, it's Victor. It's time to run here. The Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Sunday, Mosh Pit. I hope you had a great weekend. We're starting off with Pyro and also 1 HP. Hotel Delta Victor Charlie Golf Foxtrot Juliet 2. We got good stats to start with. We just have to be very, very careful, obviously, because, well, we got 1 HP. We also are starting with Flip, which could be interesting. Flip is going to give us an active item that allows us to basically flip between item pedestals under certain conditions. It's not every item pedestal, but it's most item pedestals. They do work for devil deals. They work for shops. They work for item rooms, but they do not work for items that you find in chests. They do not work for items that you find elsewhere, like if you get a judgment or something like that. So, but overall, I mean, flip it's good value, especially if you have the ability to buy stuff early on in a shop, because you can essentially get 2 for 1, and it does open up quite a lot of possibilities. It's not quite a reroll, but it's like a soft reroll in a way. And of course, Pyro is just 99 bombs. That's just all it is. We don't have explosion immunity, unlike Pyromaniac, which would give us healing as well, but we don't have that, so it doesn't matter. It's not worth mentioning. But the immediate problem here is making sure that we don't die. That's Dad's key, along with Crack the Skizzle, neither of which I want, because Flip is just that good. I mean, we can use Crack the Skizzle to beat the boss. This is Deep Pockets and also Sharp Key, which again I'm not too keen on. I am keen, however, of getting the Soul Heart, right? Yeah. And there's also a reverse judgment, or not well, it could be a reverse judgment, I guess, but oh my gosh. Okay, well, now I wish I would have held on to that money, because we could have gotten 2 soul hearts here. Brother. How did I wouldn't be able to do that again if I tried. Well, let's leave the soul hearts here for now, because just in case we take damage against the boss. Let's go back over here. We don't need Flip right now. But I am going to take Crack the Skizzle. This should make it easy work on the first floor boss. The reason why I'm leaving those 2 soul hearts behind, obviously, is because I don't want to take damage on the boss, like that right there. So I want to go to the next floor with fresh soul hearts, not ones that are damaged. And we also get the number magnet, which that's better than Damon's Tail. Damon's Tail is not going to give us anything right now. Also, does it feel like this whole floor has been just really, really long? I think we started at the very, very, very bottom of the map, and then it's just kind of twirled around in a labyrinth sort of way. This room is not bad as long as you take it 1 quadrant at a time. Don't never, ever, ever destroy these. Oh, well, there's a soul heart. Never destroy the poop piles more than once at a time, unless you have flying, and it doesn't matter. Okay, well, there goes the soul heart then. One final parting shot, so can't have nice things there. That was 1 full soul heart, by the way, that we lost in, what, a room? I don't know where the super secret room is. I don't even know where the regular secret room is. This is a really, really odd map here. Okay, if it's not there, well, let's go beat the boss first. I'm already tired of being on this map. And we are going to get no help from Famine, as he's just going to give us an orbital, which I honestly don't care about. Okay, so let's go find... Well, here's the super secret room, but we don't know where the regular secret room is. We have 99 bombs. We're allowed to use it for basically anything we want. And it's just one enemy after another in there. All right, now where the hell is the regular secret room? We know it's not there. I guess it could be under the shop. If it's not there, then I guess over here? Brother. Are you gonna do some weird thing where it's gonna be at the end of the item room, isn't it? It could be here, but it's not. If it's at the end of this item room, the skinny item room, I'm gonna be real mad, game. No, it can't be. Is it off of the shop? We are not leaving until we find this regular secret room. Just Full stop there. Like, this is happening, game. It's got to be here. It's the only other place. Okay. All right. Well, after that very long first floor here, I'm going to go back and take Flip anyway. There wasn't anything really worth taking in here. I mean, deep pockets is fine. I don't have a problem with it. People really think that I don't like deep pockets, and that's honestly not true. I just usually don't ever usually find myself needing a lot of money. We get the reverse hermit card, which could be useful on the in the item room. We're going to take 5 keys here with sharp key. Grab those, and then we are out the door. Let's go use the reverse hermit card in here, get some moolah. There we go. So 20 cents. Deep pockets is going to be great for early game economy. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. People often wonder why I skip it, but it's normally just, again, it's because I rarely ever find myself needing that much money, but it's just something I just don't even think about, to be honest. Unless I have like directly money equals power, I never think about taking deep pockets. We're going last week's question of the episode here. Coming in from Mom's Knife is still the best episode. This one coming in from Paxlisus, who said, question of the episode, who is this Holly character? I tried a few different Google searches and I couldn't find anything. So that was the Holly, me trying to reference Holly as that extra character that not many people know about. That was me just not remembering her name. Her name is Edith. I knew it was something like that. It was something like Judith or Edith or something like that. I said Holly just because it was just the first name I could think of. But Edith is the character's name, and she's very, very rare. And you see her on occasion if you use a chariot card under certain conditions. And we have had Edith show up before in an episode. I could not tell you which episode it was, though. But if you look up Edith on Google, you will see her. And it's really cool. She is whenever she shows up, it's always like a huh moment. Now, to be fair, she's not an official character. She's a visual glitch made by certain conditions. But she does have a name though, so it'd be cool to get her one day as an official character. That'd be cool. That'd be neat. That is Black Candle, and you bet your bottom dollar we're going to need it now. We don't have to worry about car battery affecting Flip because it doesn't have any effect, so we do that. You see there we get 2 for 1, and then I opted not to buy the full charge there because most likely we're going to be able to clear enough to get a full charge on Flip before the Devil Deal, which is the whole point of Flip. Really, you keep Flip for only 2 reasons, at least I do anyway. It's to get an extra Devil Deal every time that I pick up a Devil Deal item, or to use it in the shop to get 2 for 1, the 2 for 1 special. Almost caught me taking a bad angle there. Remember, everybody, if you have your own questions of the episodes, make sure you submit them down there in the YouTube comment section. We do get access to the boss trap room, so that will also be a way that we can actually get a use out of Flip. It's Cat of Nine Tails and growth hormones. Oh, man. Okay, we definitely want to get that. There's no reason for us to use a key in the item room when we can just use one of our 77 bombs now. And yeah. Black Bean, I'm not too concerned over. In fact, I actively dislike Black Bean because of the way that it activates its pushback and everything. It can have some unintended consequences for triggering. Like if you try to drop a bomb while Black Bean is going off. Super Secret Room might be here. No. Could be here. No. Gotta be up here. Might as well get some money out of this. So I say that let's go do the boss first, because remember, we have that full charge. We can still go back into the boss trap room and with a full charge on flip. As long as we don't pick up the item, the flipped item pedestal will still be there. But if we had gone in there and, like, say, had taken Cat of Nine Tails and then ran out, grab a full charge, come back, the item pedestal will be gone. So you have to, once you take the item pedestal, you have to use flip then and there. If you don't, then you're not going to get the other item. And that holds true for any doubled item that you get, double item pedestal or flipped item pedestal, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how he managed to hit us when we didn't move towards him, when we were just doing damage. We do get Mr. Dolly. And we get our tiers upgrade. Okay, we're just going to get Guppy, I guess. Wow. Yeah, that is a first floor Guppy thanks to Flip. Dude, she's not gonna date you. Just die. Just give it up, bro. You're not impressing anyone. Like, seriously, like, she is not impressed. Like, I've already got her. Thanks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I don't believe that this Guppy's tail will trigger here. So obviously we're going to take 9 lives, and then we take Guppy's tail, and then we flip and we get Guppy. And that right there is the power of flip. We don't even need flip anymore, to be honest, but I'm still going to take it. Even though Mega Brim, we have car battery Brimstone. I'm going to take Sulfur just because of car battery. We've already gotten more than enough out of flip, and we can still go back in. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get growth hormones. But with the way that we have car battery and sulfur early on here, it's totally fine. It's a small price to pay, the sacrificial growth hormones. I gotta say, I'm liking the Pyro plus the Mega Brim horns here. It's a pretty metal look, I'm not gonna lie. And then we might as well go into the curse room now. We gain a half soul heart there, and yeah, that's just a floor 2 Guppy. That is phenomenal. So we say thank you to Flip for making this happen, and now we're really gonna start putting the hurt on the game with sulfur and car battery on floor 2. We may even still make boss rush. It's 12 minutes and 17 seconds on floor 2. Now we are going to have to book it, but it's still within the realms of possibility of us making boss rush. As crazy as that sounds, with the mulligan flies and sulfur being able to clear big rooms, we would have gotten Guppy anyway. Wow, what is the seed? Cat of Nine Tails helping us out greatly. And sulfur is sulfur. Especially mega sulfur. Halo of Flies is nice. Gives us a nice little couple of orbitals. Well, it completes our orbital suite of protection. If we end up getting the 9 volt or something like that, then we can just use sulfur in every other room, essentially. Which also greatly increase our clear speed. Deep Pockets is also fueling our early game economy here. So yeah, we're looking real solid. Get the secret room. We're even going to have a full charge on sulfur before the next big room, although I feel like this could be the right way. The big room might just be a trap to the shop. Nope. Hangman. First Hangman's going to give us the Tainted Keeper. Huh. Yeah, that is that's some mooey damage right there. And we have a 42.5% chance to get a Devil Deal on this floor. If you don't know what the reverse, if you're wondering why we're the Tainted Keeper right now, it's because of the reverse Hangman card. You essentially turn into Tainted Keeper very, very temporarily. I am going to skip that Judgment. $14. We still have a chance of making Boss Rush. We gotta seriously book it though. Be a lot easier if we had a little bit more movement speed. Now I could have bombed that Judgment as well to further increase our Devil Deal chances on that last floor. Dogtooth does give us a very slight damage upgrade and a very slight movement speed upgrade. I don't care about the Mega Chest. There's no items in there. Random HP upgrade. We will take that. Thanks to Guppy's Tail. Does drop Steam Sale. I was about to say I'm not even going to care unless he drops Steam Sale. So we're not going to have Sulfur for Mega Maw, but it doesn't really matter. Because our Guppy Flies are going to do most of the damage anyway. We get Synth Oil. And then Lusty Blood, which I will take to further increase our DPS. Alright. We're keeping up a good pace here. Let's see if we can actually get through. We need to be out of here by 17 minutes to have a chance at Boss Rush. I'm deliberately not taking money just to save time right now. We also have deep pockets, so it's not like money is going to be any problem here, really. Get a Yave. Get one of them Yaves. This could be a fortune-telling machine that we can play after we get Boss Rush. I basically am only going to open chests that I see keys in. And we've gone the complete wrong way twice on the same map. So we can only go one direction now. The game knows we're trying to hurry. So it's obviously changing the map live as we speak. That's just how it works. Oh yeah, I forgot we have Dogtooth. I could have just followed Dogtooth on where the secret rooms are. Instead of being like, duh, I think the secret room's here. Oh my gosh, what the hell is this room? Well, I'm gonna go grab the keys, the Eternal Heart, and get the heck out of Dodge here. There's our secret room. What? I don't even know how we triggered that button. I don't recall ever stepping forward in this room. Another greed fight. No, we don't have time for this. Sulfur beating everyone down. We do get caffeine pill, which is fine by me. And I know that was 15 cents that we left behind in that room, but I'm prioritizing boss rush a whole lot right now. So we need to find a teleport somehow, and also find Mom. We know that we can beat her with Mega Sulfur. Really. We gotta hope that the... Stupid. Nope. Nope. We gotta hope that we find the Fool card on the way there. And using the orbitals here to our advantage, we go to another dead end. And another dead end. All right. Okay, and now our dream might be dead because we could not have gone a worse direction if we were paid $1 million to try. So if there was a direction that we could have gone in this entire map, we would have been wrong. The answer would have been wrong. It's not every day you meet somebody who has a superpower. Yeah, it's over. That is unbelievable how bad the navigation was on this map, and also pretty unbelievable how absolutely huge this map is. We somehow managed to go to all the wrong ways. So we are not going to make boss rush, but we would have had it had we just gone the right way. In before YouTube comment, have you ever just tried going the right way? The map is so big that it actually takes up more than the screen. And this map is still going. We would have not found, even if we had gone the right way. Yeah, the Fool card's right next to Mom. If we had just gone the right way, we would have made boss rush. The D-Sizzle, the problem with the D6 is that we have car battery. I'm really annoyed by that. Look at the size of this friggin' map, dude. I'm really annoyed that we didn't make boss rush, because we absolutely would have. Take the negative here. And we'll take Death's List. We don't need Guppy's Paw, so there's no I swear, man, sometimes the devil deals, they just reach out. Like, it's like getting hit by a parked car. At least we can get entrance into this curse room. Raw liver. Guppy flies, you have absolutely... I'm hoping that we can get something out of Death's List. We have multiple special rooms in this direction, so boss is probably over here. Yeah, this is a sulfur room all the way. The problem with Death's List is that we have the problem with Death's List is that we have Guppy. So it's gonna be very difficult to control where the Guppy flies go. Which is my favorite book of the 1980s, by the way. I'm honestly surprised that the Super Seeker is not there. Good damage there with Mega Brim. Get more HP. Okay, let's try this again without being stupid here. We could take my Shadow. So I'm going to. I was gonna say, usually there's a tinted rock in here, and there still is. And we've gone the, you guessed it, wrong way. I like to imagine that one day I will be studied. These videos, when I'm dead and gone, will be found by some ancient historian in the distant future. Some kind of like math professor who's looking at probability and odds. And someone's great-great-grandparent used to tell them about this YouTuber that was world-renowned for being insanely unlucky when it comes to RNG. And also navigating. And then this professor picks up and is like, yeah, we don't know how he somehow always manages to go the wrong way, but this is how probability works. Yeah, that's some natural movement right there, spiders. Yep. You're wondering why we got 2 curse rooms, by the way. It's because we got Voodoo Head. Okay. You see how easily Death's List is countered by the game's weird pathing habits when it comes to where the skull goes. You would think that sometimes it's supposed to go straight to the closest enemy to Isaac, but that almost never is the case. We get Squeezy over here, which finally gives us some kind of stat upgrade. There's also a black rune over here as well. So we can use that to slurp up anything in here. Stye's pretty good. I am going to slurp it up, and I think we got damage. It's hard to tell because we now have Lusty Blood active. And also Sulfur. Sulfur does give you a damage upgrade, by the way, every time you use it. It was worth it, though. We got some Soul Hearts. So we're almost... We're getting a little bit close to max... max tiers right here. We get another Soul Heart from Death's List. Yeah, we definitely got a damage upgrade out of that. The last Devil Deal here is going to be, well, I mean, we could take it. It's instant activation on Dark Prince's Crown, so I'm fine with that. So how you enjoying the internet's hottest new sensation game, Crimson Desert? I was very disappointed when I thought originally, apparently this is how it was marketed. We got a shot speed upgrade. Originally I thought that it was supposed to be a sequel to Black Desert Online. I was like, oh man, like they're going for a more medieval, almost semi-grounded in realism way instead of just anime out the wazoo. And I'm all for it because I like anime and I also like medieval stuff. This is, by the way, if you have Guppy's Eye and you ever see a blank chest, that means it's a teleport to the devil or angel deal. And we're just gonna get Brimstone. Let's take this first because it only costs us 1 heart, and we take Brimstone. Let's give us Leviathan. So now we're really going to have mega Brimstone. Anyway, I thought that Crimson Desert was supposed to be a sequel MMO to Black Desert Online. And when I saw that they went single player with it, I was like, yeah, I think I'm out. I think I might be out. And then after seeing some gameplay and talking to some friends who play the game, I'm pretty happy with my decision not to play it. It just, for some reason, the only third-person action RPG or action adventure game that I can get into is Monster Hunter. I think that everyone kind of expects you to just enjoy Souls-likes and Bloodborne-likes and that sort of thing, but I can't. I've come to the conclusion after playing lots of Soulsborne that I just don't like the genre. And Crimson Desert kind of reminded me of those games, but in a very mid way. I think I would be more into it if it was just the sequel that I thought it was going to be. Because I was already, man, I was jazzed. I was ready to play a new MMO. You know, because I don't think a lot of people are really feeling with Midnight all that much. Wow, Midnight. Yeah, we've gone the wrong way. I don't know if the skull is still active. That'd be something that'd be nice to see, but you know, UI, right? I think it was active. I think I would be more into it if it was just a sequel. From everyone that I've heard talk about WoW Midnight, it's extremely mid. We're just gonna get rock bottom. And I wasn't interested in it at all, just because it just looked like Dragonflight. It looked like more of the War Within. It's like the War Within plus. The War Within plus housing. And I like the War Within for sure. But I come from the old school of WoW, in that I'm used to expansions having sort of like a more broader approach to a new area, new mobs, new big bad, that sort of thing. Not this continuation of something from the previous expansion. And, you know, and whenever WoW... Oh, wow. Epiphora with rock bottom is nice. So we're just going to maintain the Epiphora tears rate for the rest of this run, which is real nice. For Brimstone, anyway, that's huge. We can also, and I should be also using Sulfur on cooldown because that also increases our damage, also. But player housing has never been a thing that I care about, ever. Ever. I'm not going to take Kane's Other Eye only because I'm trying to get more stuff from I'm trying to get more stats from Death's List. Player housing has never been anything I care about, mainly because I'm not very creative and I'm not good at it. As anyone who's watched my Pacopia streams, you'll know. I'm not built with a creative mind in the sense of Minecraft. I can just build whatever I imagine. My imagination is pretty much dead. Yeah, we're going to do Victory Lap. Second seed, Bravo Charlie, Romeo Victor, Lima 2, Papa Victor. May have to restart the run, or not run, but restart the game real quick, as you see the flashing of my shadow is something. Now this is great because even though we got a secret room next to 2 curse rooms, unless we can bomb our way out of here, which we can't. Yeah. I could have used a full card, but man. Let me just do this. Go back in. And there you go. So you saw how my shadow was glitching. It's just a victory lap glitch that they all do. Now remember, we've got Lusty Blood too, so that is going to also permanently increase our damage. That barking that you heard there was Dogtooth indicating that there is a crawl space in this room. PH Dizzle. Speed up. Take that. Just so we can have for the boss. Not that we need it, obviously, at this point. Oh, it's another horseman. We get a luck up here. But for WoW, I'm used to us, like, go back and think of Burning Crusade, right? We had an all new big bad in the lore, which I'm not a big lore guy, but it's good to know who a good villain makes for a good story, right? And Illidan was always one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character out of Warcraft. So I was really stoked for Burning Crusade. And we went to a different planet. It was unlike anything that we'd ever seen in World of Warcraft before. We were like in space. It was kind of like interdimensionally. It looked cool. It looked different. You know, just different music altogether. And it lasted for years. And that whole feeling of discovery was there again. And then WoW Midnight comes around, it's like, yeah, this just looks like extra zones on War Within, which I knew was probably going to be the problem with them splitting the expansion up into 3 parts. I think that's kind of lame. Oh, wow, Money Equals Power is going to be nice here. Yeah. That was always going to be the byproduct of Blizzard splintering it off into 3 expansions instead of 1. Because money. Why make customers pay 1 fee for 1 expansion when we can make them pay 3 fees for 1 expansion? So anyway, I was really looking forward to trying a new MMO, getting my feet wet, and was very disappointed that Crimson Desert ended up being a single-player action RPG, which it's open world. It's not exactly Soulsborne, but from what I've seen, the controls are very clunky, and the boss fights are just annoying. Like, they require a lot of grinding and stuff, so it's just not for me. Red Stew's gonna be another huge damage increase. Remember that's permanent, folks. We got our Bizzle. Have we reached the point where we can call? Can we induct Rock Bottom into the Bizzle family? Our Bizzle. I swore Matthias said wonton soup there for a second. I'm going to take modeling clay because it might turn into some stats. Hypercoagulation seems to be showing up quite a lot lately. This is going to give us a fire rate increase. No. Well, We got almond milk. So yeah, rock bottom with modeling clay. Not something I've ever thought about before, but actually legit, kind of incredible. Because now we have the benefits of soy milk brimstone without any of the downsides, and we don't retain the damage, the negative damage down from the almond milk multiplier. I guess. I mean, it technically is a multiplier. That's pretty incredible. I mean, we have our own mega. Like, this is legitimately just mega. And with every coin we get, we're gaining more permanent damage because of Money Equals Power and rock bottom. So we could be looking at a new here at this point. Because this is getting bonkers here. Modeling clay immediately gave us huge benefits with none of the downsides of almond milk. And you're still not invited to the show. Justice. I did, however, start playing the new Seven Deadly Sins game, Seven Deadly Sins Origins, which is their take on Genshin Impact. Because I'm a big fan of the anime, or at least I was anyway, but my favorite anime character of all time is Escanor. Out of any anime that's ever been animated, my favorite is Escanor. And I watched the show while it was still kind of in syndication, I guess. Up until like the end of season 2, maybe 3. It was whatever the season was after that it caused a huge stink amongst anime fans because the animation quality went all to hell. That's when I stopped watching, was the season after that. And I never saw the movie because, I don't know, it's something, for me, anime movies, even though they're canon, sometimes they're not canon, but the anime movies that treat the movie like canon, I always kind of lose interest in because I don't want to watch, I don't know, there's something that feels spin-off-y about anime movies. And I've never really been a huge fan of them, of just watching them. Like I never saw the Demon Souls movie. Mainly because I hate Zenitsu, but also I just didn't watch it. I'd rather watch an episode of the anime rather than an entire movie. You know, I think honestly it kind of harkens back to the first Pokemon movie. Because none of it really felt like it was a it was a permanent thing. It's like, oh, they're pulling out all the stops. Whoa, Mewtwo, whoa, and then the episodes start right back, and it's just the same. It's just the same. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. I'm probably just weird. What? Oh, we have Tech X. Now, Tech X should have been firing on its own here because we did have... I mean, we do still have almond milk, technically. It's weird that it's changing back in that room, too. We got a shot speed up. We're going to get spun as well. No? We didn't... Are we already spun? I do find it funnier that at this stage of this run, it's actually faster for me to just Brim Snap in a direction rather than trying to rotate Isaac around. But we're also just one tapping everything. So there's the 9 volt. Excuse me. I don't know how we got to pay out there, but we did. And all I'm doing is looking for the item room game. Take Mr. Mega, I suppose. Now, this is about to be the fastest boss rush y'all never done seen. Yes, this breaks the tears cap, so not that it matters. This is what we like to call instant death. That's how our damage is going up now, because we're just continually spamming sulfur. Yep. And that's how you beat the Binding of Isaac's boss rush in Repentance Plus. Just trying to gather more money here. There we go. And we're back to gaining stats for picking up stuff. I also didn't pick up perfection there for the 20 or the 10 luck. I think we'll be okay somehow. Somehow, some way, I believe that we will be fine on this run. And imagine if we actually did have Jacob's Ladder on this. We get a shot speed upgrade, which is a little useless for Brimstone. What a run, though. This run really, really came together in a big way. I'm honestly expecting Arky to show up here. Instant death from Skull X. If you're enjoying this episode, everyone, make sure you click the like button. It's been a long time since we've come across a run that had Rock Bottom and actually be a good synergy for Rock Bottom. This is the one. This is the type of run that we dreamed of on the 3-item challenge run. This was the concept anyway, was getting something like that. But again, it was just too RNG. Getting all of our directions out of the way real quick here. Yep. Now, yes, I could be going and picking up all these coins, but who's got that kind of time? And we're just peppering everything in here. Giving him all the salt, all the pepper. So down goes Mom's heart. Let's see what old Hushy has to say about this run. Old Hushy's about to have a heart attack when he sees what I brought him. Old Hushy. Old Hushy. We get Eden's Blessing, which is a Tears upgrade, but it's not going to matter. There's a crawl space in here. Oh, I didn't know that Montezuma's Revenge worked with Hemoptysis. We managed to blow up every rock. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, how else could we actually... C-section is actually a downgrade here. Well, maybe it's not. We do have Brimstone and Almond Milk. Maybe it's not a downgrade. Like, who else would in the world would be able to bomb perfectly without knowing where the crawl space is and do that? That's definitely not a downgrade here. Oh, we have no keys. Well, good luck, Hushy, because you're going to need it. Yep. That's one dead old Hushy, and this is... So we maintain all the benefits of the Mega Brim, but also now add the constant damage of C-section. And one of the most surprising combos that I never really even thought about until today is friggin' Modeling Clay and Rock Bottom. I mean, every mob looks like a regular mob now. Doesn't matter if it's a boss or not. Pills takes us to a special room. Oh. I wonder if that can take us to the Ultra Seeker room. Oh my gosh, Deadeye. Well, Deadeye is not going to matter, I don't think. Pretty sure Brimstone overrides Deadeye. Thank you, Matthias. Something tells me we were headed in the right direction over here. Yeah, I mean, everything is just a regular mob to us. Everything is just a spider. Look at that. If this doesn't qualify as new, I don't know what does. Oh, Deadeye is active with C-section. I take that back. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? I mean, we can't lose stats, so. I'm definitely going to take Blood of the Martyr for more damage. Not that we need it. Yeah, our damage is 58. And if you think Delirium is going to be able to escape here, I got some bad news for you. If you bet on Delirium living through this run, brother, sister, you're going to be sorely mistaken. It's so much faster just to shoot in that direction than turn Isaac. And this is definitely a time where I would love to see Arky. Now the real question is, how many bosses do you think we're gonna see before we see Delirium? Knowing your good pal Sinvicta. Isaac died before phase. He died in phase 1. There's one. Okay, good. So that is over half of Void explored. Okay, all right. No, we're making everything look stupid. Okay, good. All right, sweet. I don't even know what item dropped in there. I honestly don't care. Okay, awesome. Yep. Remember when we were talking about full clears? Man, I do. How does he do it, etc., etc.? Okay, awesome. All right, good. Okay, awesome. Making it happen. Making it happen. All right. Here we go. So, to answer the question, how many bosses do you think your good old buddy Sinvicta would do before finding Delirium? The answer is all of them. The answer is all of them. Down goes Delirium. So that's what the Void looks like, by the way. And just to show you I'm not joshing you. Oh, there's one more boss. Sorry. Okay, so we missed Fistula. My bad. My dang on that. What a run, though. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you click the like button and leave a comment down below. Here's your message of the day / screenshot of meme of the day. It's a little bit of, I don't know how to categorize this one, but this is a feature that I have not talked about a lot because honestly I always forget that it even exists. Title of the thread was, does anyone else get the hype option yet? From username Dave on the Sinvicta subreddit. And in the thread they said, I don't know how I got it, and Sinvicta's videos are the only ones giving the prompt. So I think hype is still in beta, and my channel was selected for it. And basically what hype does is it encourages viewers to interact with their favorite creators' videos by either leaving a comment, liking, subscribing, that sort of stuff, and you get what's called hype points. And these hype points, if you spend them on videos, they will give a boost to that video, just that individual video, not the creator on the whole, but just that individual video that you hype up. It will give it a boost in the algorithm and help it get higher and higher rankings to get recommended to more people, new subscribers, that sort of thing. So if you want to really support the channel or really support a video that's like going to take off, then use the hype points there. If you have more questions about this feature, I'm sure you could probably Google search it. Again, I don't ever mention the hype feature because honestly, again, I forget that it always exists. But it's a good thing to ask because I've had multiple people ask, and now I've put it out there to the world, showing you this. So thank you very much, username Dave, and everyone who's talked about the hype option. So if you'd like this video, it's a Sunday. We can see how far we can get this one by liking, leaving a comment down below, and also hyping this video if you have some hype points. And we'll see what the performance does. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a great start to your brand new week here in the Mosh Pit. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like this pages of mine like R3CL, OWTF LOL, and Crypto14. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.